Good morning or good afternoon. Hi, all my wonderful Resource Room students. This is Mrs. Moyer's voice. I'm obviously absent from the Resource Room this week to help out with PSSA testing. All week, Monday, April 11th through Friday, April 15th. Thank you for tuning in here. I have a lesson ahead to show you. But if you want to reach out to get a hold of me this week for something important, send me a K-mail. Okay? I will not be able to get back to you until evening time. I'm not allowed to be texting or using my emails, etc. during testing. Okay? Missing you all, Mrs. Moyer. All right. This week, your math lesson is probably a bit of a review for some of you, so this should move smoothly. I want you to read through this lesson ahead with me. Multiply and divide with variables. Some of you may remember we have done adding and subtracting with the variables in the past. This is multiply and divide with variables. All right. First of all, what is a variable in math or in algebra? It's a symbol for a number that we don't know yet. It's usually a letter like X or Y. Here's an example. X plus 2 equals 6. X is your variable. Why do they use a letter in math and algebra? Because they say it's easier to write an X than drawing empty boxes. Makes sense, right? And it's easier to say X than empty box when you get to that letter. If there are several empty boxes or several unknowns, we can use a different letter for each one. So X is simply a better way of having, it's better than having an empty box. We aren't trying to make words with it. And it doesn't have to be X. You could use Y or W. Or any letter or symbol that we like. Here's an example. This is back to a little review when we did our adding and subtracting of variables. X minus 2 equals 4. Yes. Remember how I talked about how easy that looks. But in our basics of algebra, we need to start and discuss how to make this happen. So that way, when you get into more complicated algebra, it'll be easier. You need to keep the balance. What we do to one side of the equation, we need to do to the other side. And side is divided by this equal sign. This is almost like the middle of the road. Why do we add 2 to both sides? To keep the balance. The problem has a minus 2 on this side. We want that X to be all alone. So we're going to add 2 to both sides. All right, here you go. Plus 2. To this side here. So you're going to do it to this side as well. And your middle of the road is your equal sign. All right? That's how you come up with 6 as your answer. Now, let's look at it in multiplication and division. All right. To keep the balance, what we do to one side of the equal sign, we should also do to the other. All right. We know we want this is actually 5 times h equals 10, is what the equation reads. And if we have a multiplication, we want to do the opposite of that. So you need to work out what to remove to get h equal to. And you're going to remove it by doing the opposite. In this case, we're going to divide. Dividing is the opposite, so we're going to divide. So we're going to divide both sides by 5. And h would equal 2. Let's try some more examples. K divided by 4, k is just my variable, equals 5. Work out what to remove to get k equals a number. We're going to remove it by doing the opposite. In this case, multiplying is the opposite of dividing. We have a dividing in the problem, so we're going to multiply. And we're going to do that to both sides. Right now, what do you think we're going to multiply by? Good, you're going to multiply by 4. It cancels out this right here, the 4's, and 5 times 4, k equals 20. Here's another example. Work out what to remove to get k equal to a number. remove it by doing the opposite. In this case, since we have multiplication in our problem, k times 4 equals 16. Dividing is the opposite of multiplying. So you're going to divide both sides by what number? You're going to divide both sides by 4 because you have a 4 right here in your problem. We want to get rid of the 4. We want the k to be all alone. And now, this cancels out the 4's, and k would equal 16 divided by 4. K equals 4. Work out what to remove to get k to equal a number. Again, remove it by doing the opposite, and do that to both sides. All right, if we look at problem 1 here, k times 5 equals 25. All right, first thing we need to do the opposite. It's k times 5, so we're going to divide. What are you going to divide by? You're going to look to the side of your equation that has your variable on it, and you're going to get rid of that number because you want your k to be all alone. You're going to divide both sides by 5. This cancels out the 5. Now k will equal 25 divided by 5. There it is, 5. Ah, bummer. Okay, k divided by 8 equals 9. It's division. We're going to do the opposite of division. And we're going to work with the side that has the variable on it. So because we want that k to be all alone down here. So if it's divide by 8, we're going to do the opposite. Multiply by 8. Cancels these numbers out. Multiply by 8 by this side. And then k equals 72 as your answer. Work out what to remove to get k equal to a number. Remove it by doing the opposite and do to both sides. All right, now we've got k times 6 equals 24. All right, we got to find out what the k is. We're going to do the opposite of multiplication because that's what we have in our problem. We have times 6 next to our variable. Times 6, that means we're going to divide both sides by 6. Cancels this out. Good, now k can be all alone. 24 divided by 6, and then k would equal 4. We know that 4 times 6 equals 24. Let's look at number 2. K divided by 7 equals 4. It's divided by in our problem, division, okay? We're going to choose the opposite of division, which is multiplication. Right now, I want you to take a minute and decide what you're going to multiply both sides by. Let's take a look. If it's divide by 7, you're going to multiply both sides by 7. Cancels this out so the k can be all alone. 4 times 7. Right now, I'd like you to write what k equals. Let's take a look what k equals. 28 is your answer. All right, here's your exit ticket. You're going to do it with me. You're going to solve for each variable. We want to know what all the x's equal. Work out what to remove to get the opposite, to get x equaling something, and remove it by doing the opposite. And you do that by both sides. Let's take a look at number 1. 4 times x equals 24. It's 4 times x. We're going to do the opposite and divide by 4 on both sides. Right now, please write down x equals what? What is your answer for number 1? Let's take a look. X equals 6. Number 2. X divided by, 8 divided by x equals 7. We have division in our problem. We're going to do the opposite of division. Right now, I want you to decide Opposite division is multiplication. What are you going to multiply both sides by to get x alone? You're going to multiply both sides times 8. X equals what? Because now we got rid of the 8's. X is all alone. Yes, that's what we wanted. Right now, please answer, what is x equal in number 2? Take a look. 7 times 8 is 56. Number 3. Number 3 is 7 times x equals 35. If it's multiplying, we're going to do the opposite of multiply. You're going to divide both sides by 7. In number 3, right now, what does x equal? Can you answer that, please? X equals 5. Because 7 times 5 is 35. Take a look at number 4. X divided by 3 equals 4. Multiply both sides by 3. And that gets rid of your 3's on the side of the variable. X can be all alone. Right now in number 4, what is the answer to number 4? X equals what? X equals 12. Very nice. Well, thank you so much for completing this math lesson. I will be checking your answers that you submitted. I get to check them all. I hope you just gave your best efforts and answered all the questions the best you could. Have a nice week. Work hard. Stay on top of your grades. And I will be back next Monday. Have a good day.